Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth is pushing back against a federal judge's ruling that blocks President Trump's executive order barring transgender people from the military. Now, in the ruling, U.S. District Judge Anna Reyes wrote, quote, "In the self-evident truth that all people are created equal, all means all, nothing more and certainly nothing less." Hegseth said the Pentagon will appeal the decision. CBS News senior national security correspondent Charlie D'Agata joins us now for more from the Pentagon. Charlie, great to be with you today. Just start by reminding us why the Trump administration is pushing to remove transgender service members from the military.
Yeah, Kelly, ultimately, President Trump has been arguing that transgender service members impact military readiness. That's the bottom line. But according to the original executive order, it conflicts with a soldier's overall commitment to an honorable, truthful, and disciplined lifestyle, even in one's personal life. And the transgender individuals that we spoke to, that last part of it is the one that rankles the most because it's an attack, they see it, on their personal lives, calling into question their integrity, their honesty, their discipline. And it's one of the reasons the judge gave in her scathing 79-page statement that the ban used openly derogatory language, that it was soaked in animus and dripping with pretext. But from a legal standpoint, the ban violates transgender people's rights to equal protection under the Fifth Amendment. That is her argument.
So I was taking a walk down memory lane, Charlie, and President Trump sought to bar transgender people from serving in the military going back to his first term. That was initially balked by federal courts.
Right.
But the plan was revised and took effect in 2018 until it was overturned by the Biden administration. So this time around, I mean, what is the path forward for the Pentagon to appeal Judge Reyes's ruling?
Right. I mean, it's been a roller coaster, and that's why it's been so difficult for the transgender community and members that we spoke to. So the next step forward, they'll file an appeal, which Secretary Hegseth has already made clear that's what they intend to do. It will then go back to a complicated legal process. If anything, the injunction, because I've asked around here what happens now, the injunction and the appeal is going to press pause. But it depends on a case-by-case basis, because the way it was unfolding, the first phase of the order was for transgender individuals to sort of voluntarily identify themselves, because there's no classification when you enlist. It's just male and female. And some of those individuals, like one of the sailors we interviewed, had clearly transitioned before enlisting. Others are in the process. Phase two orders the military branches to separate those individuals, and that's been put on hold because of that injunction. So some transgender service members have already decided to just quit before they're forced out.
And while I have you, I want to tap into your expertise on something else. So Defense Secretary Hegseth says he's ordered the termination of over $580 million in DoD contracts and grants. One that caught my eye, I was looking through it, it was an HR software project that was allegedly $280 million over budget. So kind of broadly, what would be the impact of these cuts?
So he actually said, first of all, I've got the memo here, which goes just dropped today, which goes hand in hand with a video he posted on X, saying these contracts and grants don't match the priorities of the president or this department. On paper, some of the programs he refers to do seem pretty obscure. A plan to decarbonize emissions of Navy ships, that would have cost $6 million. Consulting, that would have cost $30 million. $9 million on something called equitable AI. He said, I need lethal machine learning models, not equitable machine learning models. So what you referred to there, he did actually say it needs to be addressed. This is a program that does need addressing, partly to address the HR issues here. Imagine the hundreds of thousands of individuals here. So he didn't exactly dismiss that, but he said, look, it's going over budget. It needs to be looked at. We're going to cut it for now. But he's repeatedly dismissed, as he did today, anything having to do with green initiatives, anything to do with DEI. In total, he says, in addition to this, they've saved around $800 million overall so far between the DoD and DOJ.
Well, definitely more to come on all of this. Charlie D'Agata, really appreciate your time today.
Thanks.